Hello everyone, welcome back to another pick a card reading. This reading is a what has your anxiety been trying to tell you? And I'm really excited for today's topic. This topic is a bit different than any reading you may see on this channel or just tarot readings on YouTube in general. And so I do hope that it brings you some sort of clarity to your situation and overall understanding of anxiety. So without further ado, we'll get started. As always, I have 3 wonderful piles which you can choose from, and I will insert a clip of me showing each of the piles more in depth shortly. Should you be interested in a personal tarot reading with me or a distant Reiki healing session, I will also leave that information in the description box below. And I believe that was all our housekeeping. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you at your pile. Bye. So our pile 1 is this crystal. Pile 2 is this crystal. And our pile 3 is this crystal. Okay, so go ahead and choose whichever pile you feel the most connected to and try to keep it to just one. I will leave timestamps in the description box below, and should you have a bit of trouble deciding which pile you want to choose, I will do a short guided meditation for you right now. So go ahead and settle into a comfortable position, either laying down or seated upright. You can place your palms up on your lap for receiving energy, or facing down if you find you're in need of more grounding energy. You can begin by settling into this short practice today by taking 2 deep breaths in through your nose and back out through your mouth. 1 more in through your nose and back out through your mouth. You can follow through with your practice by envisioning a golden light at the top of your head, and allow it to sit there for a couple of seconds. Maybe it's gleaming big, maybe it's gleaming a little bit more small. And then you can begin to envision that light traveling over your body. So you're going to allow the energy from that light to seep around your head, around your shoulders and your forearms. Let that light seep around your fingers, around your hips, around your thighs and your knees. Let it drape down around your shins and around your feet. And then just notice any sensations that you start to feel. And then before we close our short practice, I invite you to take another 2 deep cleansing breaths in through the nose and back out. In through the nose and back out. And you can slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing subtle movement into the body. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes if they were closed, and pause the video and see which one you feel the most connected to now. Hello pile 1. So if you chose pile 1, welcome back to another reading. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys have been taking good care of yourselves. So we're gonna get started. This reading, again, is a little bit different, of a different topic than I'd usually do, but I feel that it is definitely needed. So you guys chose this purple and brown crystal. The name is fleeting my mind, but I know that it is good for self-motivation, apathy. So I'm going to leave this here. And then, Spirit, this message is for our pile 1 and what their anxiety has been trying to tell them. Again, we'll ask further clarifications, whether this anxiety is with regards to a person, an environment. I honestly don't know what's going to pop up. So, Spirit, what has pile 1's anxiety been trying to tell them, please? Any messages? Thank you. So this is perfect because I was hoping to just start off with 1 from this deck and then get into this deck. So there's definitely something that you guys are being asked to leave behind, to leave in the past. I'm feeling though already this is about an idea, pile 1. It's anxiety that you have surrounding a creative idea, an idea revolving around, you know, your passions. For a lot of you, this could be career. Okay, so let's keep going with this deck. Spirit, any messages for our pile 1 and the anxiety that they've been experiencing, please? Thank you. So we have the 10 of Wands, the King of Swords. Yeah. Justice, 3 of Wands, and 6 of Cups. Okay. So this 10 of Wands is definitely confirming to me the heavy weight that this anxiety has had, particularly like on your body, not necessarily mentally what I'm feeling right now, but definitely the weight on your shoulders. A lot of pressure there. Maybe some of you have been feeling that. This King of Swords, though, this speaks to this new idea. I feel like this is sort of moving into present energy, future energy, in which you'll be able to overcome that anxiety that you're feeling by counteracting it with more positive ideas. And that's something that's really so simple and so cliche, but it's immediately when you are sensing that something is going on, when you are sensing that your shoulders are tense because you're overthinking yourself to exhaustion, counteracting those anxious thoughts immediately. We then have this Justice card, which rightfully so, that's going to be the thing that's restoring balance for you. This 3 of Wands is making me think that, again, moving, and I'm saying again because sometimes when we're dealing with anxiety, the messages are so simple and so clear. But this 3 of Swords it could be for a lot of you the anxiety that you're feeling simply by looking too far into the future. Looking too far into the future about this creative plan. You don't need to know how it's going to work out. You don't need to know when it's going to work out. But you need to trust and you need to reaffirm to yourself that it is going to work out. And then we have the 6 of Cups here. This is a card of childhood energy, but also this card of newness. I want to say this card of purity and opportunity because it's children. It's like children are so receptive. You know, there's always that saying that children are like sponges. They absorb. Like, you're in this period of newness. So let's see. I'm trying to figure out where to take this. I want to know maybe where you've been feeling your anxiety, how you've been feeling your anxiety. Yeah, let's ask that. Spirit, can we get messages for our pile 1 about how this anxiety has been showing up for them? How has this anxiety been showing up for them? And this is just going to help my understanding to transmit the best messages for you. So, Page of Cups, okay. Let me redo this. Spirit, messages about how this anxiety has been showing up for our pile 1, please. Thank you. Okay, so definitely an emotional side, emotional outbursts, random surges of needing to release something is how it's been showing up. And I do hope, my hopes in exploring this particular lens of anxiety is to help you understand that, 1, you're not crazy, and 2, this is how your body is processing things. Like, this is how your body is, going through things. So you have to allow yourself that grace. So, definitely your anxiety manifests itself through your emotions as opposed to more so like a physical body part. Although, as I mentioned in the beginning, the shoulders, tensing up in the shoulders is probably the most obvious way that you may be picking up on your anxiety. Okay, let's see, Spirit, any other messages related to this feeling of anxiety for our pile 1? This feeling of anxiety for our pile 1, please. Thank you. So, Ace of Wands. I'm going to get one more or a couple more. A message just coming through audibly to me is to release any judgment you have about a situation, the situation. So, okay, so we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, so that's that energy of something wanting to come through, but it still hasn't come into fruition. It could also be that something to do with your subconscious mind is important here. I'm feeling, though, because this Queen of Wands came after, it's again reaffirming your own value and capability to yourself. It's reaffirming to yourself in those moments that you feel anxious that you don't have to figure it all out right now. You just have to trust that it's going to work. It could also be something as simple as the work that you're doing is enough. The work that you're doing is enough, pile 1. I want to see if there's any additional messages from this pink deck here. Just because I'm finding myself really connecting to the imagery here. So, Spirit, any other messages about the anxiety that pile 1 may be experiencing, please? Any other messages for them? Thank you. So we have the Temperance and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. So this here now, this Four of Pentacles, I'm glad this came out. This is a card of stability. Okay, financial stability, but also emotional stability for you guys. That's just to sort of reaffirm to you that you're processing things in the best way that you know how, in the only way that you know how. So you have to be patient with yourself through that process. Hence this Temperance card here. It's giving yourself the grace. It's allowing yourself to go through the motions. Okay, anxiety is, it's normal. It's normal, especially, it's definitely normal given the circumstance that you're in. Looking too far ahead in the future, or always having to be that person to know what's next and figure your life out, that can be really, really, really anxiety inducing, pile 1. So you're on track. You are on track. I want to move into this Oracle deck and one more after. I still haven't decided, so I'll kind of feel it out when we get there. Spirit, additional Oracle messages for how to deal with this anxiety for pile 1. How can pile 1 deal with their anxiety? Other than letting it out, obviously. Ooh, okay. So we have New Moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. I feel like this is in relation to that thing that you want, that goal that you're looking very far ahead into the future. And then we have balance, spirituality, and practicality. So what's interesting is that this full moon, when we talk about the full moon, it's like it's that period in which everything up into the moon before, you're kind of releasing it. It's like you're gathering, you're soaking up all the information that you know from this very moment and then letting it go. Which, because it's in Pisces and we were talking about that emotional side, Pisces is this watery energy. It's this dreamy energy. So soaking up everything that you can in this moment, everything that you've learned about your anxiety until this very moment, and releasing it. And when I say releasing it, I mean really hit the ground running with this idea that you have. You can say, look at yourself in the mirror, and this is both figuratively and literally, but look at yourself in the mirror and be like, we've dealt with a lot of shit in the past, but from this point on, this isn't going to stop me. Because this new moon in Sagittarius, okay, this is moving into that new energy after the full moon. Sagittarius is a sign of go, 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 go. A sign of passion, a sign of fun, a sign of play, a sign of youthfulness. And so that's really allowing you to release and channel what you've learned. Okay, lastly, I will get into this card for you just because I'm feeling like it's necessary. So this is the Divine Masculine Buddha cards. I believe there are, I don't know if it was in a dream that I saw it or if it was reality that I saw a Divine Feminine Buddha card. For any of you, if you guys can either refute or support that, my knowledge of this, please do in the comment section. But this is the Divine Masculine, so let's see any additional messages for you. Thank you, Spirit. So we have, look not for recognition, follow your heart, liberate yourself from within. Hate never yet dispelled hate. Only love dispels hate. Love brings ultimate victory. Then we have, your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts. Okay, so with these Divine Masculine cards, these two here speak to childhood, okay, and family matters. Because I feel like this whole notion that you need to figure it all out or that you need to do everything, that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of external pressure on you. Okay? And then this card here, obviously your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts. This is just emphasizing to you to be aware of what it is you're telling yourself. Even, not necessarily verbally telling yourself, but what your actions are subconsciously telling yourself. Follow your own path. Okay, Pile 1? So I am going to leave your reading here. I do hope that the messages resonated. Please let me know in the comment section. I love connecting with you guys there. I love reading your feedback and just chatting with you. You guys are all so wonderful and I appreciate your support. Be well, take care, and I will see you in our next reading. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. So if you chose Pile 2, welcome back to another Pick a Card reading. You guys chose this rose quartz crystal, and we will hop right into it. So this reading topic is a little bit different than the topics that I usually do on this channel. So let's get started. Spirit, this message is for Pile 2 and what their anxiety has been trying to tell them, please. Again, these messages have been pretty, I'm hoping for just one, so I'm already kind of finding it hard to breathe, like choked up. Okay, thank you. So we have the Temperance card and then the Eight of Pentacles. This Eight of Pentacles card, I just keep hearing the words rich, enriching, So this is definitely confirming right now whether you've had anxiety about that moment that you'll become rich, or that moment within your particular career or financial situation will hit. That could be a sign for you, just confirmation to you that it's coming. I want to check the back of the deck energy for you guys. The Hermit card in reverse. So there's an element here where something within you wants to be revealed. I was going to say you're not being honest with yourself about something. Whether it could be the fact that you're experiencing this anxiety and you're kind of just hoping that those riches dispel what it is you've been feeling. Let's explore more. So I'm going to get into my other tarot deck. Spirit, this message is for our pile 2. What messages can you tell me about their anxiety, please? What they've been experiencing, those anxious thoughts. So I'm feeling, right now the messages I'm feeling that you guys have been acknowledging that you feel this anxiety, but have been hoping for something to take it away. Like a particular success with a person, with your job, to just completely make it go away, is that energy that I'm feeling. We have, I'm going to read this in reverse as it was, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Ace of Cups upright. So this is telling me that financial success that you want is not going to come through until you sit with the success of your emotional aspect that you've been going through. So, like we have double of Pentacles and double of Cups. So this is definitely, it's like a balance. Like you can't have one without the other. Right now it sort of feels like this emotional side or this anxiety is like weighing on the scale, and you're kind of hoping that these riches, this success brings you back to balance. But I'm going to ask just straight up for you, what is it that's going to restore this balance? With this Hermit card as the back of the deck energy, it's like you being on it. There's something that you need to be honest with yourself about. For some of you, it could just be the simple fact that you don't like this career. You still want to make money, but you don't like this career. Spirit, how can pile 2 restore balance, please? And then I'll ask, just so I don't forget, I'll ask a question about where this anxiety has been showing up for you, just so you can become more aware of that. So Spirit, how can we restore balance? How can pile 2 restore balance, please? As I said, you know, these readings are, this particular reading is taking me for a loop, which I love, because yes, I can start off with that one question, what is it that you're anxious about? But it totally like reveals us into a path of the unknown. So we have, the question was, how can you restore balance? What is it that you need to do to restore balance? The Tower card. Powerful. And I really feel, you know, let me know in the comment section too, for a lot of you, you're not being honest with the fact that you don't like what you're doing, which is why it's like that anxiety is existing, because you're putting more pressure on yourself. You're holding yourself to these unrealistic standards because you know inside that this is not aligned for you, or the particular manner in which you've been going about something is not aligned for you. We have the Shadow side in reverse, and then we have the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Wow. This shadow side is present energy, so it's unveiling, unrevealing, working through those fears, working through those negative self-limiting beliefs, pile 2. And 10 of Pentacles as your future energy. I'm getting chills as I'm speaking. It's like this is coming together for you. Everything's coming together for you. I'm also, you know, in my body feeling quite cold. So for some of you, that could be just a general indicator or symptom of this anxiety that you've been feeling. maybe it could be like like you're distant cold, or it could be just physically, again, like you're cold. I want to know, that kind of segues us into this next question. How has this anxiety been showing up for pile 2, Spirit, please? You have the Hermit card, this time upright. I'm really glad this came out. So with this card, I'm feeling, obviously, confirming this cold feeling with this iceberg, but I'm also feeling that you guys may be a group of people experiencing a lot of awakenings, triggerings, and truth. I know that was a mouthful, but it's like that literal feeling that it could be like every time you talk to someone, something that they're saying is really triggering you, and it just completely like throws you off your balance, is a big indicator that you're dealing with a lot of anxiety here. Anything else? How has this anxiety been showing up for our pile 2, please? So we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. This is making me think of, this King of Pentacles upright is about, the spirit of giving and being honest, living truthfully again. But because it's in reverse, I'm feeling like this withdrawing sort of energy, or it could just be like you're really stingy with your financials. Like you could be this person that buys a lot of gifts for people, or used to buy a lot of stuff for yourself, and now you're just like restricting. And then we have this Page of Wands. So this anxiety that you've been feeling kind of catches you off guard, just at random times. As we were saying with this Hermit card, just the most random things. But I want to say, with everything spiritual, nothing is really random. Everything that you're going through, particularly with what it is you're feeling anxiety about, is just revealing to you the direction that you need to go. But I do want to explore, I'm going to explore more about this shadow side, but with this deck, what it is you need to be honest with yourself about, pile 2. Because it's time. It is time, and you guys know it. Honestly, that is a quite exciting thing. Like it's a really exciting thing to know that once you're truthful with yourself, a big burden is like physically released from your chest, from your back. So Spirit, what is it that pile 2 needs to be honest about? Okay, so we have the 3 of Pentacles, thank you, Spirit, and the Fool. So with this Fool card, I'm feeling like you definitely want to start over. You want to start over, pile 2. And that's okay, if you allow yourself to do that. Then we have this 3 of Pentacles here, and I'm feeling the word change. Change and stability. It's like, even though you may be in this position now, and it may be, granting you enough money to make ends meet, spiritually, you want to be more rich. You want to feel rich spiritually, like with your health. And right now, because you see that what you're experiencing is taking such a heavy toll on your daily living, it's safe to say that those changes that you want to make, you can. And then back of the deck energy, 7 of Wands. So this came up in our first reading. I don't know if you guys were drawn to that too, but moving away from something, letting stuff go. even if it's starting with that belief that you can't change courses, or you can't do another path, take another path, because that's not true. So I want to get into a couple of oracle decks for you guys. We're going to start with this Moon Oracle deck. Spirit, can we know anything else about the anxiety that pile 2 has been experiencing, please? And I just want to, I'm going to pause really quickly, because for those of you that it may not necessarily be your entire career that you want to leave behind, it's definitely something within your career that you want to change. Whether it's a position, whether it's a physical location, but you want to remain doing the job, whatever you've been feeling, trust your intuition, trust your gut. I mean, there's no secret to life other than that, truly. Trust what you've been feeling. Things have to come down, completely come down and hit the shit. Things have to completely fall to shit. You have to hit a wall sometimes to unveil and show yourself what you're actually capable of. Pile 2. Stop playing around with your own success. Please, please. Spirit, any additional messages for our pile 2, please? I'm growing frustrated with the amount of the lack of faith and disbelief you put in yourself. It's like all the cards you have here are literally like, you need to be in a position of power. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. Okay. So you are good enough. Literally just tying around with what I just said, and then full moon in Virgo. Let's see if we get a new moon card. Spirit, one more message for our pile 2, please. New moon. What did I just say? What did I just say? Jeez, I love when this happens. So you are good enough. Full moon. And this is something that came out, in a similar structure as our pile 1. So the full moon is the time at which we are fully grasping and absorbing all the lessons that we learned up until this very moment, and then completely releasing it with this new moon energy. So this full moon in Virgo, you're completely soaking up and absorbing all of the little critiques, all of the minor details, the flaws that you've been noticing about your situation. Okay? And I want to encourage you, this new moon energy is encouraging you to not even see them as flaws, not even seeing your mistakes as mistakes, simply as things that happened, and only you can judge, how healthy or unhealthy they are. And then we have expect a powerful change, new moon eclipse. I really feel like this anxiety is trying to show you how much more trust you need to put in yourself. Okay? And I encourage you to look up new moon eclipse. Actually, I'll just read directly from the book for you guys, because the eclipse I'm just going to read, never mind the past, life evolves every single day. And that goes with this back of the deck energy that I said, leaving the past behind. And then we have, you're being shunted towards your life purpose. Whatever is happening now is happening for your highest good. This is an important turning point in your life. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. I'm just going to give you guys the round of applause that you need. And then lastly, I will get let's see, which deck do I want to pull from? We'll go with this Divine Masculine again. So I'm going to get one more card for you. Spirit, any last messages for our pile 2, please? Be truthful, be honest. I feel like something about that or voice is going to come from this. Last messages for our pile 2, please, Spirit. thank you. As long as you have unwavering faith, you are a truth seeker. I can't make this up. Faith and truth. Okay, those are going to be our buzzwords. Those are going to be your buzzwords together. And then when you come to a new reading or something happens, please, please, please comment down below. Or send me a DM or email personally, because I really want to know what's going on, pile 2. We then have master your words, master your thoughts, never allow your body and speech to harm others. So that kind of goes with this energy that we were saying in the beginning of, because you're feeling this anxiety, you may be irritable or you may be treating the people around you a little bit differently. Pay attention to that, okay? So I am going to leave our reading here together there. As always, if the messages resonated, please do not hesitate to let me know in the comment section below. I love connecting with you guys there. Should you be interested in a personal tarot read or a distant Reiki healing session, I will leave my information in the description box below. I've created a new email, modernhealertarot@gmail.com, so it's a lot easier for you to reach me that way. And yeah, that is all. Be well, take care, and I will see you in our next reading. Bye, pile 2. Hello, pile 3. So if you chose pile 3, welcome or welcome back to another reading. This reading is a what has your anxiety been trying to tell you? And you guys chose this amethyst crystal. So we'll get started. Spirit, this message is for pile 3, and what has their anxiety been trying to tell them, please? Thank you, Spirit. Wow. So the Empress. So from this card, I'm hearing the words bold and kindness. So already this could be that you've been experiencing a little bit of anxiety with people, with groups. This is like more of a social thing, interacting with people. So let's explore more with our regular tarot deck. So Spirit, what can you tell me about the anxiety that pile 3 has been experiencing, please? Thank you. 6 of Cups. Okay, pile 3. So this 6 of Cups is making me feel you are literally breaking away from this anxiety. How you feel. So that's good news. Again, since I'm feeling like we're dealing with people, it's almost like the way that you interact, you learned at an early age. Okay, so for those of you that have been picking up on the fact, like, geez, I've been so anxious, my anxiety wouldn't let me interact with people, my anxiety made it difficult to keep friends, like, this is for you. We have this Ace of Swords in reverse and Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And as I'm reading things in reverse, it's just another way of saying that you've been thinking about making changes. You've been thinking about your entire relationship with anxiety, rightfully so. So let's keep going here. Spirit, can we know more about this Ace of Swords, please? Thank you. So Page of Swords, this one I'm going to read upright. One more, please. And 8 of Wands. So this is telling me that, again, each time that you think about making a change, each time that you think about doing things different within your social interactions, you kind of, you pull back. You pull back. And for some of you, this is just a simple caution of when you meet new people or a new person, just to be aware of this, just to be aware of this defense mechanism. Let's see, Spirit, why is this Eight of Wands here, please? Thank you. So this is telling me that this new level of awareness is leading you to make changes within your career. So it's almost like your ability to, for those of you that have already been becoming aware of how this anxiety impacts your relationships, that was really the first step in making changes within the rest of your life. Okay, because from this Swords, it's like this thought process again with family and friends, so more intimate relationships, and then this Pentacles is like your physical work, your ability to make work-life relationships. So Spirit, I want to know more. Where has Pile 3 been experiencing this anxiety, please? For you, I feel like it's a physical environment. It's an environment that the anxiety has been happening. So the Hangman, wow. This is actually split messages. For some of you, the anxiety has been induced by this feeling of boredom, like you're not doing enough and you want to add to your life. And for others of you, this feeling of anxiety comes, again, each time that you have to make a new step, make a new decision, make changes. And instead of making that change, it's like you revert back to this way of being. Like you kind of, you don't make the decision at all. This card, interestingly enough, I'm feeling like the Fool energy, where it's like you want to embark on this new beginning. You're aware of the fact that you need to make changes, but for whatever reason, you're afraid. Okay, so what does this anxiety mean for our Pile 3, please? What does this anxiety mean? Interestingly, it's like, I don't know, like the reason you've been feeling this anxiety is because you're not allowing yourself to be seen. Like you want to be seen, but you're not allowing yourself to be seen, which is interesting. Wow. Two of Cups. So this is what I was saying in the beginning about relationships. Like your close relationships, not at work necessarily first is what we're dealing with. But that's really where you've started noticing it. I'm just going to kind of put this aside. And then we have the Four of Pentacles and Death card. Okay. So this Four of Pentacles, I feel like, is with regards to these feelings of anxiety. The more that you try to control a situation or even a relationship with a person, the more that you try to control an outcome, the harder it is for you to fully be present. Okay? By contrast, for some of you, the lack of control you have on your thoughts, the more you spiral. So the more you kind of psych yourself out. And so this Death card is really here to make that clean break. Okay, this Death card, it even came up in our second pile, whether, I don't know if you guys were drawn to that, but it's like, this Death card is a period of renewal, rebirth for you, and transformation. Okay, there are people that want to give and show you very valuable lessons, Pile 3. I also want to mention, sometimes you give people a chance and it doesn't turn out the way that you anticipated, but that's not the end. That doesn't mean, that doesn't already, presume that you're always going to be experiencing the worst. This Empress card is also making me think of a lot how people perceive you, which may not always be good. And that is something that scares you. Obviously, correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but that's the energy that I'm feeling. It's like you want to be seen, but the perceptions of other people scare you. And so whatever it is that you do, only you know. Again, it could be this retreat, or just not following through on your ideas. It's a defense mechanism. It's a fear mechanism. So right now, from this point forward, your spiritual team is encouraging you to obviously become aware of these mechanisms, which you are, and give yourself the freedom to step into that energy of being perceived. That's the only way you're going to break the cycle. You have to do the very thing that you are afraid of. Okay, obviously if you get a gut feeling with a person and it's like you just don't want to be around this person, or you don't think that you jive, that's something in itself that's different for you to explore. But for the sake of maintaining healthy relationships with you, which you're now in the spirit of wanting, allow yourself that freedom. So I want to see if there's any additional messages from this deck. Spirit, any last messages before we get into our Oracle deck? Spirit, any last messages for our pile 3 about the anxiety they've been experiencing, please? So 2 of Wands. From this, I'm feeling like your decision to be bold is going to bring you closer together with someone. Okay, I'm gonna, let's see, Spirit, anything else for pile 3? Thank you. I love how that all of them came out. So the World card, the Moon in reverse, 9 of Cups, and 6 of Swords. So this World card, again, emphasizing this transition that you're going through. Okay, this Moon card in reverse is like giving yourself permission to be seen. This Moon card is all about the emotional side of us. I'm feeling like feminine energy, lots of feminine energy. But because it's in reverse, it's like you do all the things you want other people to see about you, all the good things that you want people to see about you, you do them in private. So you've got to take that step and be bold. We have the 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups again. So definitely emphasizing, giving yourself the grace to know that this anxiety isn't your fault. It's completely normal. It's completely normal. It's a normal human reaction, a normal human experience to situations, but take note of when it occurs. And then we have the 6 of Swords. So from this, I'm hearing the word discernment. So this is going with, regards to the people that you want to be seen by. I also want to emphasize, whether it's patterns that you've noticed in the past that are inducing this feeling of anxiety, those people are in the past for a reason. Like, it has nothing to do with you. Okay, and that's something for you to learn right now too, is that people's negative perceptions of you in the workplace, with close relationships, it has nothing to do with you. The only thing that matters is how you see yourself. What messages you've been telling yourself about the situation. Okay? So lastly, we're going to hop into 2 Oracle decks. First is going to be this Moonology card. Spirit, can we get last messages for our pile 3 and the anxiety they've been experiencing, please? Thank you. So we have, what do you need to release? Wow. All the cards you got and this is me just jumping forward a little here, moon, moon, moon. So emotional, those hidden parts of yourself. What do you need to release? Waning moon, the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon, and then have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. So, everything's turning, pile 3. I don't know if you've been picking up on the physical, vibe of your environment, but there's definitely some changes going on. Okay? I want to say, above the environment that you're in, there's like deep internal changes going on. And that's really what's going to shift your outer world, your inner awarenesses. Then we have faith in your dreams. So again, emphasizing that your outer world is going to shift when you change. Your relationship to anxiety, your relationship to yourself. Give yourself permission to be seen, please, pile 3. Because you've got, a lot of wonderful experiences just waiting to come in. Lastly, we'll get a couple of cards from this Divine Masculine deck. Spirit, this message is for our pile 3, please. Last messages for them. I want to say too, this reading is veering a little bit into inner child work. And so cry as much as you need to. Let it out as much as you need to. Be emotional. This is your time to be as emotional as possible. Give yourself the space to do that. Because once you're done processing this, you never have to do it again. It's the more you try to control and not see it, the more it keeps, it'll reappear. Like the harder you, like what we were saying earlier with this control aspect, the more you try to control how you express your anxiety or that it even exists, the harder it becomes to lose sight of it. It's okay that things have happened in the past relationships, maybe they're eating yourself up. But from this point on, release that, let it go. Let it go. It's really that simple. So, when you wound or grieve another, you have not learned detachment. Yes, and I just said something, I feel like what's been heavy on your mind is something in relation to the past, how you've carried on in relationships. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Then we have better than 1,000 hollow words is one that brings peace. So this is something that you owe to yourself. I want to say as well, for a lot of you, what is that word? Closure. Closure is a myth. You have to bring closure to yourself. For some of you, you're trying to reach back out to that person or make them see. You can't make other people see that you've changed. You just owe it to yourself to continue living from that changed space, okay? I'm not trying to be preachy here. I'm really not, but it's just the messages that you need to hear. And these messages are all gentle, but very, very real stuff that you're dealing with. Okay? So I'm going to leave your reading here. As always, if the messages resonated, please do not hesitate to let me know in the comment section. I love connecting with you guys there. And I really do want to know what's going on for you, pile 3. Lastly, if you're interested in booking a personal tarot reading with me or a distant Reiki healing session, information will be available in the description box below. Be well, take care, and I will see you in our next reading. Bye, pile 3.